Hi, we're back with Mike Kintner. Kintner, I did it. Who's going to show us some of the neat effects that they get with the 360 Heroes equipment. What are we looking at?
All right, well, one of the things that we were talking about earlier is the ability to create ultra high resolution content. And what we have here is one of our partner companies called Illuminati, and they've created a really amazing 4K system. And what it allows you to do is to be able to rotate around the world and actually pick up on a particular 360 presentation, bring it into the presentation, and once it's inside of there, you can now view that area in full 4K. So what you're looking at here is a special projector system up on top, and then from here to here is 4K display resolution.
Now, is this your proprietary equipment?
This is part of Illuminati's proprietary.
Okay.
Right. So again, like we were talking about earlier, is 360 Heroes is about empowering content creators. So beginning to the very end, the full workflow solution. So this is one of the end solutions that we provide them, you know, the ability to do. So you can do small dome desktop systems like this, or large big dome projection systems that might be in the Smithsonian Institute or something like that. So here's another scenario, okay? This is actually a time lapse.
Now let me ask you, John, what about stabilization and workflow as far as getting the shakiness if we're using a drone shot?
Well, the drone, you can actually do some pretty amazing things with the drone and the software to stabilize the content. So you can take out that wobble, but what's really important is in the drone world is you're flying it on the right frame. And we went through many types of frames, and DroidWorks is one of the frame companies that we partnered with out of New Zealand. And that's who works with aerial technology in the US to build our drones. And so that was choicely picked because of harmonics that is created in the copter, so that there is no harmonics, which is really, really important.
Which would influence the image, right?
Yeah, so that helps the stabilization. I mean, the software will restabilize the content, but the interesting thing is when you get that micro vibration, that happens in all copters if they're not properly manufactured or properly built, or built with a proper tube frame structure, which that's what we like to use.
How complicated is the stitching process?
It's not difficult at all. The real key part, in my opinion, is the file management side of it.
Right.
Because as you can imagine, if we're shooting with a 10 camera rig and I got 10 takes, I'm dealing with 100 files. And each one of these files are 2 to 3 gigs each, and I got multiple takes. How do I deal with all this? The data management is huge. A nightmare. Exactly, it is terrible. So this is why we partnered and were sponsored with Thunderbolt from Intel, because they help us with data management, you know, to be able to ingest the data quick enough. And then we can prepare what's a real nightmare is data file management, and because that's a nightmare, the software package we have is called 360 CamMan, and that package deals with this data management. So and it was built on our workflow. So we train the same workflow that we developed the software on, so that we can help content providers use this in all avenues from the very beginning right to the very end.
So you train your customers, is that correct?
Exactly. That's
great.
What we're here for.
Let's take a look at the drone.
All right, you got it.
All right, here we go.